Hi, I'm Kim Downs. I work for Micheles Real Deals in Granville, Ohio. I am happily employed here. We have a great time. I'm going to demonstrate making a spring wall basket for your home or for your door. I usually start by hanging my wall basket when I make it because you will then discover how things balance within your arrangement. But first I'm going to decorate this basket. I think they're way too plain like this, and this is very scientific. You wrap twine around it. It lightens up the basket. I'll be using a lot of this color green within my design. And the beauty of this, you cannot go wrong. Everybody's enjoyed this. It's an inexpensive way to dress up your basket. And we snip it. And today I'm going to just put a little bit of hot glue in the back to hold it. I have already cut my Sahara foam and put within the basket, so I'm ready to go. We're going to cover the foam with Spanish moss. This is available at any of the Floral wholesale houses. I like to pin mine in, so I have cut small pieces of wire and I'm going to make a little loop, a little hook to hold it in. It just hides all the works. I have also created a little bird's nest with the twine and the Spanish moss, which I will incorporate in the arrangement whenever I decide to. I never start with a plan, so we're just going to create as we go. You take your moss, make a little ball out of it. I think I have too much here for this size basket. Create a ball. Find your twine, which fell on the floor. You know, when you're creative, things start flying. And you just wrap it. One direction, another direction. It'll look like this. I'm just going to tuck that little piece in there. Spread it out a little bit. Going to have to make a place for your bird to sit. We did this for our spring floral class here, and everybody loved creating their own little nest. And there it is. I'm going to start. First of all, I'm going to start in hoping that these wire cutters cut because they're not mine. I forgot mine today. I start with my larger flowers as a focal point. When I make an arrangement here, I take every price tag off and I put them in a plastic baggie, and then Michelle will add an assembly price to all of these pieces, and she will tag it with a red paper hang tag that says custom floral. So we're going to start. I generally start somewhere off the center because I think it looks more natural that way. I don't like things all lined up. These are great flowers. Poppies are my favorite because they have all these little buds that go with them. And they can fly out at any different angle, and it's fun. I use all of my foliage because I don't really want to waste anything. And if I can't get this to cut, you cut it as much as you can, and then eventually, if you twist it, you can break it. Perseverance always pays off in the end. Always. Most of the time. There we go. I'm placing things, even though I've cut them into pieces, I think they still look like a natural plant. So I'm going to get another one, put another puppy in. It already naturally curves in one direction, so I think I'm just going to go with that. I like things when the basket is used as a backdrop. It shows your flowers nicely. Pop of color. Now I also have another flower that's a large bloom, and I think I'll start putting that in. It's the Gerber daisies. We'll see what kind of trouble we have with this stem. Oh, this will be easier. There we go. Center it. Sometimes you have to move your moss around a little bit and find the perfect spot to insert that flower. Do this again. I'm going to naturalize that stem a little bit. It's too stiff otherwise. It's fun to stand back here in my little corner and make all these arrangements. I think the store has been very successful selling them. And people are now coming in and asking for some custom orders. That's a good thing for the store and for me. I had a flower shop for so many years, and one of my favorite parts of owning that store was all the customer service that went with it. So I've gone into a couple clients' homes and made sure I had the right containers and the right size arrangements to deliver back to them. Okay, I like a little bit of this button fern hanging down in almost everything. I think we'll hang that up here. I'm going to put some glue on it because it has lost much of its stem. So I just want to make sure it stays in there. Remember to put some flowers or foliage behind your basket handles too. It helps fill it out. These things need to look pretty from all sides. Yeah, wrap a little bit around the handle here. And I think I found a place for a nest. I think I'm going to tuck it right in here. A little hot glue on the bottom. A lot of hot glue on the bottom. And our bird. And more glue. When I give Michelle the Ziploc bag with all of our tags in it, I usually add in some extra dollars for foam, moss, glue, wire, and that may vary from $5 to $10 extra on top of a basket. And now I'm just going to fill in. These were my favorite thing this spring. Spring flowering branch. We'll put a little bit of that at the top. This one might be a little rough to cut. I'm going to cut this. Sometimes it's easier to strip some of the florals off the bottom of the stem so you have a nice sharp piece to stick into your foam. And I think I'll add some of these pretty orange daisies. I think one of my biggest problems is I tend to overfill a basket. And so That's where you will decide for yourself how much more to add in. Little bird back in there. He needs some glue on his back also, on his side here. I think the door baskets or the wall baskets are one of our most popular silk items. We also do centerpieces, maybe for somebody's dining table or their foyer entrance. We never say no. We'll always give it a try. And I think I'm going to stop right there today. Keep it a nice, simple arrangement that anybody can take home and hang on their door. My cautionary note is, do try this at home.